right.
It's like candy.
Ooh. Let's get orange juice.
You think so?
You got orange juice?
Mark and Brendan, Joe and Steve, clear for takeoff, talking about things and talk.
Hello there. Welcome
Welcome.
welcome to Band Talk, episode 4.
Lucky number 4.
Band talk!
Band Talk.
Every time.
Just last night, depending on when this video finally makes it to the internet, but last night, Monday night, Boston Red Sox were playing the New York Yankees, and Alex Rodriguez, who's kind of been the face of this whole doping scandal going on right now in baseball, who was handed a suspension but is still going to be able to play out the remainder of this season. The pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, in what appeared to be a show of solidarity against A-Rod and all the other people who are a part of this doping scandal, on behalf of the people who aren't on the on drugs, hit him with a pitch, and it was a total bench clearing thing because he had thrown a couple pitches at him that almost hit him, but then finally on that third or fourth one, I can't remember.
It took like 4 pitches to hit him, which is actually kind of sad, but yeah.
He hit A-Rod, and the bench is cleared. The Yankees manager came out and got in the umpire's face and was thrown out. Still waiting to find out tonight if one of the Yankees hits one of the Red Sox with a pitch, but
We can only hope.
we can only hope.
And we'll be watching.
So we were talking a little bit about that amongst ourselves and the implications and whatnot and steroids.
Yeah.
Steroids in sports.
It's weird because like I'm not a Yankees fan at all. I mean, I'm born and raised Baltimore, like all of us actually. So like, you know, big Baltimore Orioles fan, big Baltimore Ravens fan. Like, so the Yankees, it's not a team that I really ever liked. In fact, usually dislike. But in this case, I don't know. I understand the whole doping thing. I think that's like a terrible. It has no place in sports. But you don't go out and hit somebody with a pitch on purpose. And I don't know. I feel like that was wrong. And I was really weirded out by the fact that the umpire didn't throw the pitcher out. Instead, he threw the Yankees manager out for being upset. I think...
It's probably because he caused something on the field.
True.
Yeah, and
in a lot of sports, if something goes down wrong in the reaction of the coach will get thrown out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like when you see those really heated fights, even if one of the players does something really awful, when you see the heated fights between the coach and the official, you don't ever hear what's actually being said. And like, even if he's got a really straight face, he could have said something really awful, you know, and that would have been grounds to throw him. Have you guys ever seen that video, by the way, of speaking of baseball ejections? There's a really funny one from a couple years ago in minor league where the umpire makes a really bad call and the organist upstairs starts playing Three Blind Mice, and the umpire looks up at the booth and ejects the organist from the game because apparently, I guess I'm pretty sure the umpire can quite literally throw anybody in the stadium out. Yeah, whether it's a fan or it's
Can he throw himself out?
That is a good question.
I'm sure he could.
Out of here! Me? No.
But I think he'd want that paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
I just thought that was kind of funny.
If you watch the game after he hits the guy with the pitch and A-Rod's like going to the base, the whole bullpen for...
He even walked to the base?
Yeah, he walked to the base and he like glared at the pitcher.
Oh, I bet he would.
And then the Red Sox their bullpen clears as if there's going to be a fight, as if they were expecting a fight.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, like, they all stayed, you know, in their seats. So it was just weird that they all like came out onto the field afterwards, and it was like it was orchestrated. I don't know. At least that's the way it looked.
Now, so many players are getting on board with, you know, outing the dopers and really sticking up for the integrity of the sport. It does make me really happy. The sad side effect is you get stuff like this where, you know, of course it's a fan pleaser and a Steve pleaser.
I think he deserved it. Just saying.
The whole place was cheering. Like the Red Sox fans are all...
It's pretty crazy.
He should have been ejected. He shouldn't be able to play. They should suspend him.
Well, they did, but you're right.
Are you an athlete or are you using...
And that's the thing is suspension was handed down, but because of the administrative red tape and the appeals and everything, he's going to be able to play out this season. Probably won't get to play next season. I don't know. Maybe. You never know.
Who's for steroids? Yeah, No one. Interesting.
Eat your Wheaties, and that's it.
Well, that can bring up another question now. Because a lot of football guys who have a lot of money have hyperbaric chambers.
True.
What is
And like,
that?
do
It is a chamber built into the house. It's a lot of money. I'm not sure how much, but
most
a
actually
hyperbaric
allowed
chamber,
to.
if you spend time in a chamber,
Is that where you can freeze yourself and
no.
No, I'm
Not
pretty
Han
sure it's
Solo.
like
It's a
wake up
booth.
100 years later?
It's a booth that
That's
actually helps.
Or what's it called? That's
I think it's
cancerous.
less
Cryogenic.
oxygen, but it
Cryogenic.
helps you
Cryogenic,
heal
there we go.
faster.
Carcinogenic.
Like the chamber, if you stay in it, it helps you heal faster.
it's like
Like it
whenever,
boosts
the-
your, I think it boosts your white cells.
when somebody like when you ever hear about like
Chamber of
somebody who went
Secrets.
when somebody went diving and they come up really fast and they get the bends.
Exactly.
They get put in a hyperbaric chamber for like
and
a couple
the
days.
time in that actually helps your. I think it's your white cells.
I don't know. Something with
And then
normalizing
there's a
your
plasma
body.
treatment, like Ray Lewis this past year, like
I
right
don't know
before
about that.
he tore his tricep, which is usually like a season-ending
Yeah.
out injury. There's no
That's
way you're
right,
coming
because
back.
I thought he was out, going to be out for a while, but he wasn't.
Well, he came back because he was doing this plasma treatment, which
See,
it wasn't banned though. So that was the thing. Like if it was banned, I don't think he would have done it. But it wasn't banned. It was some kind of like experimental treatment that he used. And then I think, don't quote me, I could be wrong. I think Terrell Suggs maybe used the same thing to get back with the same injury.
Sure.
But or a similar injury.
Hey,
but
Ray,
I
help
know
me out.
I know Ray Lewis definitely did. And
Yeah.
and he came back and freaking
I mean,
kicked butt. So
He murdered that recovery time.
is it artificial means to help your game, or is it just healing?
wow.
I mean, I guess there's things like those things help heal
Those are
you
Redskins
for the
fans.
game, but I guess steroids help you.
It's such
win
a
at the
fine line
game.
because I
Myself, not so much a sports guy. I'm curious how frequent, how big of a deal is this steroids thing in all sports? Like, is it really prevalent?
Baseball, it seems to
I
be
think
every
we're-
couple years there's a big crackdown.
Baseball?
I'm not even a baseball fan,
I
but
think we're finding out it's more prevalent.
I
than we
think you
thought.
hear about it the most in baseball.
Yeah.
Like how many in 1 in 5?
Because like
Like,
I don't know the facts,
I
but
guess it'd be hard to
like
find.
but
Babe Ruth's whole season, whole time,
Babe Ruth,
there's so many people that have hit way more home runs than him ever
right?
in just a few years, rather than in Babe Ruth's whole professional series.
Right.
the good news is that more and more clean players are rallying against the ones that are dirty, and the
Yeah,
players
wouldn't you?
and the yeah,
Because
but
the
it wasn't.
better
It wasn't.
performing players are getting a bigger paycheck.
It wasn't always like that though. It was
That's
it
true.
was the players' union
They
who
would
would
shut up.
just blockade any effort to put tighter restrictions on it or to do any sort of mandatory
Because
testing.
everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
So that's probably what
They
part of
should.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, they should test them every year to get re-signed.
So we were also talking about earlier, like obviously, like for people like Brendan who aren't as big as sports fans, how does this relate to music?
So sports has its steroids and things that they use to one up,
Yeah.
I guess. In the music industry, I don't think there's anything like that exactly. But there is just a lot of drugs and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the sad thing. Like, well, I mean, we're a band that obviously doesn't do that. But obviously, like, you know, you can party when you're in a band. You can have a good time when you're in a band. Like, sometimes when you're in a band, certain things come to you that wouldn't really come to people who aren't in a band.
Like at
yeah.
the New York show.
Can I tell a quick anecdote real quick about
Yeah.
Oh, God.
about bands and drugs? So a couple months back we landed
was
this
like
this
April?
yeah sometime
It
in
was
April. We
April.
landed this gig up in New York. A friend of ours from New York who invited us to come up play. We got up there and we were playing pretty late in the night. And Steve and I are in the back room getting our stuff together before our set.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Steve's tuning up. He's smelling me a little bit like he is now. And we're just
That's what I
getting
do
up-
before every show. I'm like, you smell good, baby.
and we were getting our stuff together.
Don't get jealous. Don't get jealous.
We're getting our stuff together, and these two guys, these two younger guys come in who look like they were with another band, and they just barge to the door, and they're like, "What's going on, guys?" Kind of look a little out of place, and they were like, they just looked right at us, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys mind if we do some drugs back here?" And we're straight up, that's literally verbatim what they said, and Steve and I are like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not our venue. Like if this is one of our our hometown venues that we know the promoters or whatever, we might have said something, but out of state, away game. So
We're in your territory.
yeah, and so So we're thinking, they're just gonna like pull out some liquor, maybe just start smoking some weed or something. But cocaine. They pulled out some cocaine and
Ajax.
Excuse me, some Ajax.
Ajax.
Some confectioner sugar.
With a cleaner?
No, I don't know.
Damn it, Mark.
Kidding.
It was like being in
Kidding.
one of those like. You guys remember Dare? Did you guys have to go through Dare when you were in elementary school?
Yes.
It was like being in a live action video of like, hey guys, would you like to do some drugs with us?
What will your answer?
It was
be?
pretty straight up.
I didn't know people actually said it like that.
You guys mind if we do some drugs? That's pretty much exactly
Yeah.
how it was.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah,
partake.
good
We
point.
didn't partake, but
You just kept smelling.
it kept.
I just kept smelling.
kept right on smelling
Yeah.
each other.
That's all Steve needs.
That's my
He doesn't
drug.
need to snort cocaine. He just snorts
Snort
Joe.
drummer.
Snorts drummer.
You ready for this? Your love is my drug. Kesha reference.
Steve went
Bam!
to see Kesha recently.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. It was good. I'm sorry.
Hey, no judgment. Once again, no judgment. It's up here though.
Yeah. You're coming with
So-
me to see her.
Maybe.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe.
So what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on? I don't know how we got here now.
What are we talking about?
Sports and doping.
Oh, right.
And,
Doping in general, like just and how
Dope
it affects
in general.
your passion or how it affects your, like, does it make it better? Does it make it worse? Does it
Or is it
have
just
any
lies?
impacts? It's all lies. What's the deal?
Leave us a comment, and if you don't want to leave us a comment about that, leave us a comment about what we should talk about next time.
And share the video so other people can see it.
Yes. All right. This has been Band Talk, and we'll see you next time.
So some hate